Okay, so in this video we're going to go through inter-VLAN routing using the router on a stick method. So you'll notice here from the IP addresses we've got actually two separate networks, so PC2 can't communicate with PC1 and PC0. Normally you put a cable to separate the two between the switch and the router, so another physical cable, so that the two can communicate, but we're going to use inter-VLAN routing method through routing on a stick, and then those two networks will be able to communicate with each other. So just remember, key point of VLANs is that they can't communicate outside of the VLAN without a router. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to first of all create a name our VLANs here on the switch. So simple commands. And then we're going to create VLAN 2. We're going to give it a name. And we're going to create VLAN 3. I'm going to give that a name. Okay. We're going to need to assign those VLANs to a physical interface, or a range. So we've got fast Ethernet 01 and fast Ethernet 02. So I'm going to do those two together, and I'm going to assign them to VLAN 2. So our interface range, and if we go FA or /122, I'm going to create an access port. And we're going to assign VLAN 2 to that one. Okay, so I'll just get out of that, and then we'll press the up key to save a bit of time. So the next one, which is connected to PC2, is fast Ethernet 03. You didn't actually need to put the range bit in there, but it doesn't really matter. That's just if you're doing multiple ones. And then again, we want switch port mode access. And then switch port access VLAN 3. Okay, so just press the up key there to cycle through the previous commands to make it a bit quicker. Okay, so I can exit out of that now. Now what I need to do, so they're the access ports. I need to do this one here, which is fast Ethernet 4. I need to configure that as a trunk. So again, it's relatively straightforward. So if we go interface FA 4, and then switch port or trunk, then switch port trunk, trunk allowed VLAN 1 to 10. Okay, so we've got the reason why I've put VLAN 1 to 10 is actually only using VLAN 1 to 3 in this one. So VLAN 1's the default, and then 2 and 3 are the ones I've created, but we'll just use it as 10 to keep it simple. Okay, so that's all we need to do on the switch. Now on the router, we need to create what's called subinterfaces. So the port is just remember at this time to make sure that you're paying attention to the ports that you use on yours, because your router might be slightly different to mine. In this one, it's gigabit 0/0, gigabit Ethernet 0/0. So we'll go into that. We'll enable configure terminal. Again, just pressing the tab key to speed things up, and then we want to just open up that port. So it was interface gigabit, again press the tab key, 0/0, no shutdown. So this is the physical interface. Okay, so we've opened that up. Okay, so it's turning green, but there's no IP address to it. That we've not done everything we need to do. So what we need to do next is we need to create these sub interfaces. So to do that, Again, it's interface. Give it Ethernet 0/0 and then 0.2. 0.2 is relating to the VLAN 2 that I've created previously. Okay, so you'll notice now that we're into subinterface, so that's something relatively new. Okay, so on this one, I need to enable the encapsulation mode of .1Q 802.1Q. Okay, I'm going to put number 2 after it, so that's relating to the VLAN ID again, because it's related to tagging system on VLANs. Okay, and then I'm going to give this an IP address. So this is going to be the default gateway for this VLAN. Okay, so that's that one done. I just need to create another sub interface now. So it'll be, I'll use the up key to make things quicker. So it's going to be .3 and then encapsulation .3. So remember that's important to match your VLANs up. And then let's give it an IP address where we want. Okay, so that should be a working network now. So 2 VLANs set up. Let's see if they can communicate. So on here, we would want to make sure that the IP addresses are configured. Default gateway of that particular router. That particular VLAN even. Let's try it on this one. Right, the proof is in the pudding now. Let's see if we can communicate with them. So ping 1.10. And there we go. Okay, so perfect. So the first one will time out, just moving to a new network. If we do it again, we are laughing. So there we go. We've got a VLAN, 2 VLANs communicating with each other via a router on a stick method. So that is amazing. Thank you.